Hello there, welcome to my channel. Please don't mind my rough voice, I'm a bit sick. Anyways, I recently maxed out my phone's storage, so I went into my photos to hopefully create some space. However, that turned out to be quite a trip down the memory lane. As you must have guessed, the last couple of videos have been a result of that, and this video is no different. Azhar and I, we hosted my sister-in-law here in Dubai in the last 2 weeks of December, and we sort of fell into the role of tourists ourselves. It was a lot of fun, so come join us! The first thing we did was to take our sister camping. I know, not very touristy, but we did quite a few touristy things on this camping trip. Just wait for the morning. This is Al-Aka beach in Fujairah, which if you recall is the same place I went on my first camping trip a few months ago. We walked up to the sea, came back, had some dinner we had brought with us, chatted, slept for a bit, then woke up to enjoy the sunrise. We left this beach in the morning, stopped at the good old Ednock Oasis for some chai, and went to Khorfakan Beach, Sharjah. I love this beach so much. It's very clean and have big washrooms and changing rooms. Also, I have never seen rush here, unlike the beaches in Dubai, so it's nice and always easy to find the parking. After enjoying the water and the views, we went for a boat ride. Remember last time I was curious to know if we could stop and hang out at Shark Island ahead? Yes, we could, so of course we did that. All three of us also did parasailing. It was my first time and I just didn't want to come back down. And guess what? All I did up there was miss my baby parrots. Azhar and my sister-in-law both went on a jet ski. I'm too scared of open water to be able to enjoy this. I've gotten better since thanks to the swimming classes, so I might dare to do it next time. But for now, look at my sister go! Khorfakan waterfall is opposite the beach and beside it is an amphitheater. We roamed here for a while, however we were feeling really tired by this time and craving a big breakfast, so we decided to head home. Later in the week, we went to the Miracle Garden. Pretty touristy, no? Also, it was December, which is the peak tourist season here in Dubai, so try to imagine the rush here. It was crazy to say the least. Anyway, let me tell you a few things about this garden. It's the largest natural flower garden in the world. It has over 150 million plants and over 250 million flowers. It has a ton of topiary art, in fact, the biggest and tallest in the world. I enjoyed it, especially the Smurfs village, but I felt quite overwhelmed here. I don't think I'll go here again unless someone visiting us really wants to see this garden. I will prefer a secluded free public park over it any day, but that's probably a local speaking. I loved how there were a lot of guards protecting the flowers. That was really nice to see. What I would say I enjoyed the most here were parrots. They were everywhere and seemed to be enjoying the garden quite a lot. The next place we visited was Burj Khalifa, followed by the Dubai Fountain Show. I only ever go to this mall when someone is visiting or when I'm getting a craving for Kinokuniya, which is a huge bookstore in Dubai Mall. It is a very touristy place. I know it sounds funny for a mall to be a tourist spot, but that's Dubai for you. The Christmas vibe was all around the mall and was so cute. This aquarium is inside the mall. Even though there's a ticket to access the whole aquarium, but you can still see a huge part of it from outside and for free. You can exit Dubai Mall to Dubai Fountain, which has a grand view of Burj Khalifa. Not many people I've been here with enjoy the fountain. It's quite underwhelming. However, my sister-in-law loved and enjoyed it so much, and it was a joy to watch her. Of course, I had to add Al-Seef to the super touristy plan. I had taken my friend Sania here only a few days back, and now I was taking my sister-in-law here. Al-Seef had a crazy large Christmas tree going, and of course we did not miss the boat ride. For those who missed my last video, Al-Seef is sort of a representation of old Dubai. It has some cultural shops and nice places to dine at, and everything gives this old Dubai vibe because of its architecture. We also went to the Global Village. I was feeling adventurous and tried these mussels for the first time, and yikes, never doing that to myself again. Had a couple of ice creams after just to get that awful taste off my tongue. Global Village has pavilions of many countries. You can go inside each and enjoy their food and culture. There's also a huge separate area for games and rides. I was very excited to be here with my sister because that meant we could take the rides together. Azhar is not a ride person at all, and what fun is it to take the rides alone, right? So I was glad to have someone who was also excited for the rides. The next on the list was Museum of the Future. My sister-in-law wanted to get the tickets to it, but Azhar and I convinced her otherwise. The first floor is free. There's nothing on it except a gift shop, but you can admire the architecture of the building from inside. Actually, the reviews of this place are really bad. It's a beautiful building, but the museum, not so much. At least that's what I think after reading a ton of really bad reviews. So I just don't think it's worth paying so much money and then being disappointed. So if you really like the building, just go there and see it and take some pictures with it. I took my sister to Mohammed bin Rashid library. It's a beautiful building and a pretty good library. If I lived close by, I think I'd probably go here every day. Sadly, I don't have any videos of this place, only a few photos. When I go here, I forget about pretty much everything, so yeah. New Year in Dubai is crazy. If you're like me, you'll stay at home, do a cozy movie night, and cook some nice dinner. But my sister-in-law really wanted to see the fireworks, so we took her out to Dubai Design District, which gives a pretty good view of Burj Khalifa. We didn't want to be too near Burj Khalifa because of the traffic. I thought we were crazy lucky to have found a parking easily. It was fun watching the famous fireworks, but the fun went down the drain when it took us 2 hours to get back home. Yep. We still got stuck in traffic, but we did tick off fireworks at Burj Khalifa, so Yay, I guess. I don't think we could have gotten more touristy than this. It sure was a fun thing to do to close this chapter because my sister in law had her flight back home in a day. She left almost as soon as she had arrived. We had a lot of fun in these last 2 weeks of December. In fact, we visited a few more malls, the Gold Souk, and even spent an evening roaming around Union. I must have forgotten to record because I don't have any videos of those places on my phone. Anyways, good thing is Azhar was on a vacation the whole of January, which means we got to rest a lot and have some more fun. More of the local fun. I will be sharing that in the next video, so subscribe to stay tuned and tell me in the comments which spot you like the most and would love to visit.